Hey guys, I've got a quick video for you here today. So I want to make this video that sheds some information on just why we didn't get any information on Snoke's backstory in The Last Jedi. Many, including myself, have mentioned that while we got the 30 minutes of pointless Canto Bight scenes, we could have surely had 2 minutes of Snoke, just telling us who he is or where he came from. So clearly, it wasn't a time constraint thing, I don't believe that excuse by the directors, but rather a conscious choice by Rian Johnson to not include his story. And yeah, he actually does officially have a story. When Andy Serkis was asked about why they didn't include Snoke's dialogue about it in the film, this is what he had to say about that. We wanted him to have a great deal of mystery, but we did. J.J. Abrams and I discussed it, and Rian Johnson and I did discuss backstories to him, where he came from. I've been asked to not shed anything, should we want to bring him back in any way, whether in a prequel or whatever. I think there's something cool about that. It still does remain a mystery for people. I know that some people find it incredibly frustrating, but I think it allows for further exploration and layering at a further point. So it seems like they want to keep him around for later episodes and movies to come out and go into his story a little further. The lack of a backstory for Snoke allows for Disney and Lucasfilm to go back in time later on and tell Snoke's younger years in their spin-off films and TV shows, which is cool. However, I still wanted to hear about his backstory in the film. We waited so many years for it. It was about 2, and it would have been nice to have gotten something at least. The same goes for Luke. You know, we waited, like 40 years for the guys who have seen the original trilogies for Luke to return, and when he finally does, we don't really get to see him in action, unless you count that flashback scene with him and Ben. So it's like we have this 40 years of his character that was established in our minds, then he just dies. So I can see why so many fans are upset, including myself. Come on, Disney, soften the blow a little bit. Give us some battle scenes or something, at least before you X the biggest character in Star Wars. I would have liked to have at least had Luke on crate, real life in person, not just a hologram or vision or whatever he was, bring out his green lightsaber and battle Kylo. Take off his arm and then maybe get slashed and do the Obi-Wan line. If you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. That would have been so cool, and then he just vanishes. That I could live with, but what happened was just, oh man, no. Anyways, I hope you guys are still interested in Star Wars. I know there are a lot of divided fans out there, so whatever happens from here, I hope we can all band together and still enjoy what they're going to give us. And hopefully, it'll all be done to justice. I, for one, am pretty excited to see what happens at the end of this trilogy, this new one, and to see where Snoke goes, or where he's been, or who he is, and hopefully find that out in their spin-off films or whatever they have planned for us. If you watched my last video, I think Snoke might have a master. That would be really cool to dive into as well. I think there's a lot of potential with what they can do here and what we could get. However, who knows if that's going to happen or not? It's all in their hands. I hope you guys are having a great day, and let me know what you think about this plot of keeping Snoke's backstory hidden in the film. Is it just a marketing tactic, or will it allow them to go further into his story for later? Thanks again for watching, guys. I will see you all in tomorrow's episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
the Force will be with you always.